Get those fat boys out here right now because we want a rematch.
Well, they don't have to give you a rematch right now. We have the match.
They have to give me. That's fooling. You know it. Get them out here right now.
You've got a rematch.
Look,
You've got a rematch coming up this week.
I don't care what we got. We want them right now. You bring them back out here.
We'll be looking into this right now.
We don't need your liars. We just need the two fat slobs in the ring. And we can whoop their butt like we've been doing for the past few weeks.
They have walked out of here with the belts in their hand. They have won the belts. They are now the champions.
You bring them back.
And they don't have to come out here back if they don't want to.
Dave. Yeah. We're not worried about here.
You guys can yell and scream all you want. You've got a rematch coming up later in the week. We got more matches here today. We've got another match coming up. We've got another match coming up, and we are going to take a break, and we will be back with that match in just a minute. Got another match coming up. We've got Tracy Smothers.
And you know it. Only match you're going to have is Paul Diamond and Fashion House. I'm meeting the Nasty Boys in a rematch.
You have been out here yelling for 3.5 minutes now to get the Nasty Boys back, and the Nasty Boys are not here. They apparently are not coming back out here. They don't have to. They have just won the belts from you. They are the champions.
They robbed us. They didn't win the belt.
They don't have to give you a rematch today if they don't want it.
Well, you got to do something about it because this TV show is not going on. We're staying right here till those two fat slobs show up in the ring.
Nobody gonna move.
I tell you what, you stand here. You can say what you want to. I'm going to ring the bell. We're going to get...
Hey, don't ring the bell.
We're going to get them out here. You guys can be as unhappy as you want to. We've got another match. We've got Tracy Smothers coming out here as his opponent right now. Buddy James, the referee, Jerry Calhoun. He's got the black Buddy James.
What? If you don't get the Nasty Boys out here, I'm not responsible for what
opponent. You can't have a match. Tracy
You just jumped his opponent.
I don't like what's going on.
I don't like what's going on.
All the commission at what?
Out here right now. You got a match. Hey.
Sounds like Tracy Smothers music to me.
Right on time and the sucker boys.
Tracy scheduled a match.
I want all the commission out here.
Be still when the Leonard's getting figured down. People down the Jordan.
You guys, Tracy's due out here. Tracy's due here for a match. You just jumped his opponent. Tracy up in the ring, ready for a match. Tanaka up there against Tracy. Why don't you guys just get out of here and let us go on with this? Tracy against Tanaka. Yeah, now Diamond jumps in there. Everybody jumping on Tracy. Prince has left. He said he was calling the rest of the commission out here. I hope he doesn't do that, but he probably will. Diamond and Tanaka grabbing Tracy Smothers. Oh, double clothesline on Tracy. They had jumped Buddy James, who was to be Tracy's opponent, just as he was on his way to the ring, and they literally threw him out the door. Here comes the chair. Diamond with a folding metal chair. Oh, right to the top of the head. He nails Tracy Smothers. Yeah, this is not an official match. Folks, right here. Oh, look out. The Rock and Roll RPM's grabbing Jeff Jarrett and Billy Travis. There goes Goliath and King Carl. They're closing the door. They're blocking the doors over there.
See, this is what I'm telling you about, Dave Brown. You wouldn't listen to me. I'm not responsible for what goes on.
You are responsible for what goes on, and get them out of here.
My boys get kicked off, brother. Ain't nothing I can do with them. You understand? People gonna pay.
Billy Travis hammered into the desk by Mike Davis of the Rock and Roll RPMs. Jeff Jarrett and Tommy Lane going at each other. Meanwhile, in the ring, Diamond and Tanaka still working on Tracy's mother. Oh, they got him cut open, too. Got a cut on Tracy's forehead, and no doubt they counted him again with that metal chair. Look out. Tommy Lane and Mike Davis, the RPM, and now they They get through the door. Here comes Rocky Johnson and the Nasty Boys. John Paul, Ed Maddox. And there goes the commission. That's one way to get them out of here. They're attending to Tracy. Tracy hurt. They've got his head cut open. I tell you what, let's take a break. We'll be back with you in just a moment. Coming up in Evansville on Wednesday night, big championship wrestling action. It's going to be return Wheel of Torture night, and in addition to that, there's a special added match. A 20-man battle royal, the winner to get a $10,000 bill. It all comes up Wednesday night in Evansville. Not only that, it's student night for all students, grades kindergarten through 12. You'll be admitted to general admission for only $3. Here are the matches. Tracy Smothers will be going against the Mighty Goliath. In this one, if Tracy loses, he has to run through a belt line of the commission. If Goliath loses, he gets 10 lashes from Tracy Smothers. The Prince goes against Billy Travis. Loser of this match, no matter who it is, the Prince or Billy Travis, has to eat a can of dog food. Then Rock and Roll RPMs against John Paul and Tony Burton. Rocky Johnson against Don Bass. It'll be Jeff Jarrett going against King Carl Fergie. Return Mid-America title match here. Southern Tag titles will be on the line as Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka go against the Nasty Boys. And in this one, if the Nasty Boys lose, Jerry Sag gets 10 hot shots with a cattle prod. Brian Knobs has to eat a can of dog food. If Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka lose, Paul Diamond has to eat a can of dog food, and Pat Tanaka will be painted yellow from head to toe. International title match will follow that. Bill Dundee goes against Big Bubba. That's the return Wheel of Torture matches coming up. And then a big 20-man battle royal with $10,000 going to the winner. Right now, here's a word from the participant in one of those Wheel of Torture matches, Billy Travis.
Hello, Evansville. First of all, I'd like to thank promoter Eddie Marlin for giving me a second chance at you, Brickhouse Brown, or the Prince, or whatever you may be called. You didn't beat me fair and square in the ring in Evansville. The people saw you, and I guarantee you this week it's going to be a different thing. All my friends are going to be around the ring. It's not going to be your friends, all of my friends. And I guarantee you, Brickhouse, I tasted the dog food, and you're going to taste it in Evansville.
Rock and Roll RPMs have a return Wheel of Torture match coming up this week against John Paul and Jerry Bryant. Here they come right here. The losers of this match get 10 hot shots with that cattle prod. Well, we give Mike Davis and Tommy Lane a chance to say a word about the match if they would like to.
Of course, you know, we've never had a knack to loss for words or whatever.
That's true.
It don't matter who it is, guys. You get in the ring, we've got our own Wheel of Torture lined up. What happened to you before, you're not going to take nothing, baby, I'm telling you.
Well, Mike Davis, it's
You
that
know
cattle
something-
prod. It's
you
the
know
same.
something, Dave Brown? I want to say something about these two big goofs that just came out here and supposedly won the Southern Tag Team titles. People, you are looking at the team that was the greatest Southern Tag Team champions ever. And ever since we've been back in this area, the titles have eluded us. Nobody wants to give us a title shot. What's the matter with you? Look at the RPM. We're real men, Daddy. We're real men. We come from where men come from. And we fight like men. So I'm telling you, we're back. Rock and roll is here to stay. There ain't no other way. Tommy Lane, Mike Davis, the greatest tag team that ever walked down the pike. The original rock and roll. And everybody knows it. And you don't beat originals, Dave. You don't beat originals. And you don't beat the greats. And we are the greats. And we're going to continue to be the greats. So, Nasty Boys, let me say one thing. This is a challenge. Can you spell challenge? Do you know what it means? It means get your butt in the ring and put your titles up, because it'll take us about 3 seconds to take them off of you.
Certainly no lack of confidence from Mike Davis and Tommy Lane as they head to the ring for a non-title match right now, not against the Nasty Boys either. They're going to be going against the team of John Paul and Ed Maddox in an expiration of time match.
John Paul and Ed Maddox weigh 430 pounds together. The Rock and Roll RPM, 454 pounds. And had he done that on the floor of the U.S. Senate, it would have been called a filibuster.
You're right. This one goes to the expiration.
There we go.
Referee Jerry Calhoun calls for the bell, and it's Ed Maddox starting against Tommy Lane. Well, you got to give Rock and Roll RPMs the favorites role, the heavy favorites role here. John Paul over in the corner and Ed Maddox, both relatively young wrestlers. John Paul with more experience than Ed Maddox. But they are going against a couple of rugged individuals. Mike Davis right now for the Rock and Roll RPMs.
I think the Rock and Roll RPM want to go home early.
Lane with a body slam on Ed Maddox.
Good move, Ed. Okay.
Yeah, real nice move to get to the corner and get to your partner. Keep the fresh man in there. Tommy Lane with a hip toss. Oh, got a head scissors on him. Couldn't hold it for very long, but long enough to break up